Okay, now let's talk about chapter 11, question 74. They mix barium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide together. Then they realize that one white precipitate is formed. Okay, that precipitate is white. I just want to draw a diagram, okay, to see the flow of this whole experiment better. So first in the flask, okay, we have barium hydroxide. Okay, add together with calcium hydroxide. Then they say one precipitate is formed. So it's like both are saturated. Okay, not that they will react because both are hydroxide, both are basic. Okay, they only like picked up because they can dissolve in water to give hydroxide ion. Okay, the cation ion. So they picked up each other's hydroxide ions. Then a white precipitate is formed. So why precipitate is formed? Because um go down group 2, okay, the solubility of hydroxide, the hydroxides will increase. That means if we compare barium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide, barium hydroxide is more soluble than calcium hydroxide. So when a precipitate is formed, okay, why precipitate is formed, that precipitate will be something that is less soluble in between these two hydroxide. So Y is actually calcium hydroxide. Okay. Now then they say the mixture is filtered. Okay, since there's precipitate already, so they're going to filter. Okay, you get filtrate, and then you get residue here, the precipitate lah. So the filtrate, the clear solution should be barium hydroxide because it is soluble in water. The residue that you get is calcium hydroxide because Y cannot dissolve in water. Then after that, they say, okay, this filtrate, they go and bubble carbon dioxide. I put a tube, okay, bubble carbon dioxide. Bubble lah, okay. So when they bubble this carbon dioxide through this filtrate, right, another precipitate is formed. Start forming precipitate. Let's put another color, blue lah, to represent the precipitate. So this precipitate, okay, they call it Z. So what is it? So this barium hydroxide react with the CO2. So what do you get? You get barium carbonate and water. So this set is actually barium carbonate. So they ask you to identify Y and Z, right? So Y is calcium hydroxide, Z is barium carbonate. So the answer is C.